Welcome to Where There's a Whisk, There's a Way. And today we're going to be making something really delicious. Pretty pink birthday cake French macarons. I'm very excited about it. I hope you are too. So let's get started. But before we do, always remember, dough your best. All right, so first things first, let's wash our hands. Now that that's over and done with, we're gonna start by turning on the oven, which we're gonna turn it on to 325. And then we are going to get our piping bag and we are going to snip off the top like this. Boop. Now, little fun baker's tip. Baker's tip. Always remember to throw this away because somehow it always ends up somewhere in the bake. So be sure to throw this away unless you enjoy eating plastic. Then, if you do, keep it in. But for me, I don't like plastic, so let's go ahead and throw it away. So now we are going to get our round tip and we are going to drop it in like that. Perfect. So this is just prep. We're gonna put this aside. And then we are going to take our handy dandy sifter and we are going to sift together our powdered sugar and our almond flour. And this is 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. And this is 1 cup and 2 tablespoons exactly of almond flour. So we're going to sift these together. I always love doing powdered sugar because it looks like it's snowing. Snow! Oh, well, it became a blizzard. Let's snow lightly. Lightly snow! Oh, snow. I'm getting it all around outside the bowl. This is why I always add just a little bit more of each ingredient because I know that I'm gonna somehow get it onto the table. All right. Now we're gonna do the same with our almond flour. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your almond flour into the bowl. Whew. Who knew sifting could be such an arm workout? I feel like baking in general is an arm workout. It's not sifting. Why isn't this just the easy part? Why isn't this coming out? Come on! You can do it! I believe you can sift into the bowl. It's literally coming out one granule at a time. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. That was a much more arduous experience than I was expecting, but we are doing our best, right? We are doing our best. I'm gonna call that good. Let's move right along. The next thing we're gonna do is we are going to take our 3 egg whites and we're gonna pour them into the mixer with the whisk attachment, very important. And we're gonna lock that, don't forget, or it's gonna fly away. And we are going to beat the eggs, sorry, eggs were harmed in the making of this video, until they are fluffy and form peaks. And I always like to keep a nice firm hand on top of my KitchenAid. Make it feel supported while it's doing its job. You could get so dizzy watching this. Let's see how that is. Ooh, that looks pretty good in there. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty peaky to me. I think so. Okay. Oh yes, that looks great. All right, moving right along. Now we are going to add in our 1/2 cup of sugar. It's looking glossy. All right, let's take a look at it. Let's see how it's doing. Wow. That looks pretty good to me. Look at how beautiful that is. A nice stiff peak is what we're looking for. as you can see, when we do this, it doesn't come out, which is exactly what we're looking for. Put that back on there, put this back on there. Now we're going to add in our pink food coloring. Try to start with maybe like two, 3, maybe 4, if you're feeling a little risky, of drops. And then we'll see how that does. I'm gonna start with 3 because I want a very light pink is kind of what I'm looking for. So let's give this a try. Oh, I love that. It's already turning so beautifully pink. All right, I think we are set. Yeep, yeep. And look at that beautiful baby pink color. I absolutely love it. So the very next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start folding in our dry ingredients. This color just makes me so happy. It sparks so much joy when I look at it. This pretty pink color. I like the look of that. I think that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to move these bowls out of the way and I'm gonna wipe this off a little bit. This is fine. This is fine. All right, so now we have our cookie sheet here and we have it lined with parchment paper. And look what I found. I told you guys, I'm telling you, I threw it away and somehow it still ended up on the parchment paper. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, I am going to put this in my schmutz bin. There, I saw it go in. It's in the schmutz bin and there it will stay. Now we've got our little parchment paper cookie sheet. We've got our piping bag and we are going to put our batter into our piping bag. This can sometimes be a little difficult, so do your best. Oh, okay, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Rip. Oh no, it's coming out. Ah, okay. No, stay. Okay, maybe baker's tip. Keep your tip over the bowl. That's good. Okay, here we go. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop it, stop it. It is not listening. We are going to carefully start doing our little circles. Here we go. Reap. I like to do mine in a little circular motion. Perfect. So now we are going to give these a good little tap. And now we're going to take some sprinkles and just sprinkle the top. Perfect. Now we are going to set these aside for 45 minutes so that they can kind of grow a little bit of a skin before we put them in the oven. Those ones I just made were a little big, so I'm gonna do one more cookie sheet with some little baby ones. Here we go. Boop. Boop. Okay, that looks good. And now we're gonna take our sprinkles and do a little bit on the top. Oh no, they're sticking to my fingers. They're like, no, I don't wanna go. Okay, let's give these a little tap. Perfect. And now we're gonna put these with the other ones and let them sit for 45 minutes to grow that lovely skin. While we're waiting for that, we can start on the macaroon filling. Very excited. But we're gonna need to clean this up. Ready? Ah, much better. We are ready to make our filling for our macaroons. Perfect. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our butter and we're going to cream it in the mixer. And this is a 1/2 cup of butter or 1 stick. In we go. And I like to soften the butter just a little bit so the mixer doesn't have to work so hard because it works really, really hard. I feel like maybe it wasn't soft enough, but we're gonna go with it. It's gonna be fine. You can do it, you can do it. It's figuring it out. Okay, okay, we're good. We're on track again. All right, that looks pretty good. Always gotta trust your best judgment and just go with confidence. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add our powdered sugar. And this is 1 3/4 cup. I think that's how you say it. We're gonna go with it. Okay, now we're gonna scrape the sides, get it all in there. Woo! Nothing happened. This is why I like to keep a nice firm hand, or you may lose your hand. Baking is a dangerous business. So now, I'm gonna add in the rest of this sugar. Okay. And as that's incorporating, I'm going to add my vanilla. This is 3/4 of a teaspoon. There we go. Right in there. And then we're gonna add our whole milk. This is a 1/2 teaspoon of whole milk. In we go. Okay. And then we're gonna turn this up a little bit. Whoop. And if you have long hair like me, be careful not to get too close to a mixer because bad things will happen. All right. So the last, oh, unlock it. All right, we're doing great. The last thing to do is to add in our sprinkles. And this is 2 tablespoons of sprinkles, and we're just gonna sprinkle those in. Start with that. And sprinkle the rest of them in. All right, that looks perfect. Ah, look at that. That is perfect. Now that that's finished, I think we have waited long enough to put our macaroons into the oven. I think it's been just about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. You wanna wait about 30 to 45 minutes, but anywhere in there is good. So we're gonna put these in. Here we go, very carefully. And I can see that they've kind of created this little skin over the top, so it's perfect. So we're gonna put these in carefully. My giant ones. All right, so we want those to bake for about 10 to 12 minutes, then they will be perfect. And I think that means they're ready to come out of the oven. They've been in there for about 10 minutes, so let's see. I think they are. Oh, these look pretty good. Oh, I'm happy with that. I would have liked them to rise a little bit more, but you know what? I'm still proud of myself. I think they look pretty good. We're gonna let those cool off for a minute because we want them to be nice and chilled before we put the filling in, because otherwise the filling will just like melt and pour out, and we don't want that. We don't want frosting soup. So we are gonna let those cool and then we can move on. All right, I think we have waited long enough. They feel pretty cool. So I think we'll be ready to start piping. That means that we're gonna have to put this delicious frosting into a piping bag. So now I've got my piping bag and I've already got it set up with my little tip that I wanna use, and you can use whatever tip you wanna use. I like this one. I think it makes it a pretty design, so we're gonna go with that. So we're going to put carefully our frosting into our piping bag. Oop. It's a little full. Boop. Look pretty that is in there. All right, so we're gonna twist that. And then the next thing we're gonna do, got a couple plates. And we're going to peel the macaroons off of their sheets and then try to find some mates for them. Okay, so let's start with the giant ones. So, we're gonna peel these off and find the perfect match for them. Okay. And be very delicate. Yeah, those work. So put that one there. Maybe. Got some very odd shaped ones in here. That looks pretty good. A very delicate process. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Well, that's not a very good match, is it? Okay, we may have to try to get this one off of here. Oh, nope. Nope. He's done. He's done. He's retiring into the bowl. Well, opposites attract, don't they? So these two are just gonna go like that, and he's gonna be a little bit bigger. That's okay. You love who you love. All right, so let's put these aside, and let's do the little ones. Oop. Perfect. Just gonna leave that one there for now. Yeah, those look pretty good together. Oh no! All right, well, this can be the bottom one. We'll just flip him over and we'll put this one on top, and no one will ever know, except for me. And I'm not gonna tell anybody. All right, so now we can put this over here, and we can start piping. The fun begins. So let's start with this one. Okay. Smush. And then you have a little macaroon. This is so exciting. And you can put as much frosting or as little frosting as you want. I think I'm gonna start putting some more frosting in here because I have a lot of frosting. Look at that little guy. I think he's perfect. A little bit more on frosting. Whoop, whoopsie. No one saw anything. Put that right there. And last but definitely not least, our opposites attract macaroon. Perfect. And that was the last of our frosting as well. That worked out perfectly. All right. Amazing. I think we did it, team. Go us! We just made the perfect pretty pink French macaroons inspired by birthday cake. Amazing! I am so proud of us. I think that it is time to do a taste test, which means that Michael needs to come over here. Michael! Come on, Michael, you gotta try them! It's birthday cake, your favorite. Come on! Come try!
Bonjour.
Oh, bonjour!
Bonjour.
Are you ready to try the birthday cake macarons?
Oui.
Oh, oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
There you go. Thoughts?
C'est délicieux.
Oh!
C'est super.
Merci beaucoup.
J'aime cela.
Oh! Fantastic. I think Michael liked it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed baking these delicious macaroons with me. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and definitely leave a comment below and tell me what your favorite flavors of macaroons are. And be sure to tune in next week to see me make another delicious recipe. But until then, always be playful.